In a massive development in the liquor scam case, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been granted bail almost 3 months after he was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. The Aam Aadmi Party chief is likely to come out of jail today as soon as the bail order reaches the jail. But the Enforcement Directorate has moved the Delhi High Court, challenging the recent bail granted to the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal by the Rouse Avenue Court in the case. The High Court bail is now put on hold until it hears the case. Kejriwal, who was lodged in Tihar jail, was granted bail with a 1 lakh rupees bond. And in breaking updates coming in, we've accessed the Rouse Avenue Court's bail order in the Kejriwal case. Remember, this is the bail order that is currently on hold till the High Court hears the Enforcement Directorate's plea. There are a number of notable mentions in the order. There are conditions for the bail, but there are also sharp observations against the Enforcement Directorate's argument. The order quotes liberally from the Supreme Court's own observations, which it says it cannot ignore. My colleague Bhavtosh Singh joins us on the broadcast with the details. He has accessed this bail order. Bhavtosh, in the order, the court takes a sharp view on the Enforcement Directorate's arguments that investigation is an art, and it says anyone can be arrested and implicated this way.
Yes, Pratibha. In fact, the court had come down heavily on Enforcement Directorate, and it has said that while the Additional Solicitor General has said that investigation is an art, but the manner in which the statements have been taken, the statements have been taken in a very artistically manner. Now, why it has said so is primarily because in the manner in which the accused have turned approver in this case. Remember, there are two accused, primarily because the two accused in this case who have turned approver, those accused, once they turned approver, the statement was taken, and their statement was taken, and their statement was used to turn, it were used to make a strong case against Arvind Kejriwal, and that has been used time and again by the Aam Aadmi Party to show that the case against Arvind Kejriwal is weak. Now, what the court has said is that the accused statement was later used by ED against Arvind Kejriwal. The court has said that the statement was resiled and subsequently used by the agency against Arvind Kejriwal. It has also said that the investigation of the Enforcement Directorate is not without bias. It has also said that the Chief Justice of India recently has said that the investigation should not only appear free and fair, but also should look free and fair. Now, what the order of the lower court has said is that the investigation, whenever it is carried out by an agency, a federal probe agency like by the Enforcement Directorate, should look free and fair. Now, what has happened today is that ED, as soon as the Delhi High Court was open, they had immediately appeared before the vacation bench and said that this order should immediately be stayed. And the High Court has said that the case file of the excise scam should be brought before them. That the trial court bail order that was passed yesterday, it should not be implemented. Until then, Arvind Kejriwal should not be released on bail. Now, Aam Aadmi Party has hit back against centre. They have said that since bail has been given, Arvind Kejriwal should be released on bail. The matter would be heard by Justice Jain. One has to wait and see whether the High Court gives bail to Arvind Kejriwal or his bail would be kept on hold.
Okay, so as of now, Arvind Kejriwal's bail has been put on hold, but these are the observations that have been made by the court while he was granted bail yesterday. Swati is also joining us with the operative bits in the bail order. Yes, Swati.
Yes, Pratibha, we've accessed the order, and I'll take you through the operative portion mentioned in point 28 and 32. Let me begin by reading out what the pointer 28 says. It says, and I quote, an important submission has been made by the learned ASG during the arguments on behalf of ED, whereby making submissions in respect of the credibility of the approvers that investigation is an art, and sometimes one accused is given lollipop of bail and pardon and induced with some assurance to make them tell the story behind the offence. The court has to take a pause to consider this argument, which is not a portable submission that investigation is an art, because if it is so, then any person, and this is where the court comes down heavily, it says, then any person can be implicated and kept behind the bars by artistically procuring the material against him after artistically avoiding or withdrawing exculpatory material from the record. This very scenario constrains the court to draw an inference against the investigating agency that it is not acting without bias. A big observation there. Learned ASG has talked about inducement to extract the truth against other accused involved in the matter, but the effect of this submission goes to the conception that the complete truth cannot be revealed through the persons who have resiled from their previous statements. Rather, the complete truth shall be established on the basis of the incriminating material, not by offering them lollipop. So the court says if available on record for which the investigating agency is under an obligation to procure in a legal manner by following the procedural aspects as well. Let us quickly go through point number 32 as well. In addition to the same, ED has not shown anything on record that Vijay Nair was acting upon the directions of the applicant. Remember, Vijay Nair, Pratibha, is the ex-communication in charge of the Aam Aadmi Party. The allegation against him was that he was a middleman talking to the South group, that he was actively involved, and Arvind Kejriwal had responded to this saying that Vijay Nair did not even coordinate with me, did not even take orders from me, he was not in touch with me. The order further says, it has also failed to establish that even if Vinod Chauhan has close relations with Charanpreet, how come the same going to help Enforcement Directorate to establish the guilt of the applicant, even if the applicant is having acquaintance with both of these co-accused? ED has also failed to clarify as to how it came to the conclusion that the sum of rupees 1 crore attached from Vinod Chauhan was the part of the proceeds of the crime. ED is also not clarifying as to how the alleged amount of rupees 40 crore rupees being traced out during the investigation is forming a part of the proceeds of the crime. It seems that Enforcement Directorate also believes that the evidence on record is not sufficient to proceed against the applicant, and it is taking time to procure the same in any manner whatsoever to convince the court with respect to the availability of the evidence against the applicant. The investigation agency should be prompt and fair so that it can be perceived that the principles of natural justice are also being followed by the agency. So the court there very clearly through these observations in the operative portion makes it clear that it comes down heavily on the agency, questioning why is that the agency not being able to connect the dots. It also says perhaps the ED also believes they do not have sufficient evidence.
Okay, these are some scathing observations by the court saying that the Enforcement Directorate should be fair in its probe, going on to say that the Enforcement Directorate knows that the evidence is not sufficient and is taking time to convince the court in whatsoever manner about availability of evidence. But stay with us, Swati and Bhavtosh. More breaking updates coming in. Times Now has also accessed the Enforcement Directorate plea against Kejriwal's bail. Remember, the Enforcement Directorate moved to court challenging the trial court's bail order in the money laundering case linked to the scrapped excise policy. So, Bhavtosh, what are the details of the Enforcement Directorate plea? Because scathing observations have been made against the probe agency by the lower court, but it has approached the High Court against Kejriwal's bail.
Well, Pratibha, briefly, this is nearly a 1,500 pages long application that ED has filed in the Delhi High Court. What they have done is that they have informed the Delhi High Court about the prosecution complaints that they have filed in an investigation that has now nearly stretched for 2 years, and they have said that Arvind Kejriwal has been made an accused in this case. Not only Arvind Kejriwal has been made an accused in this case, but also Aam Aadmi Party. This is for the first time that a political party has been made an accused in a money laundering case. Now, importantly, they have informed the case that Vinod Chauhan had a WhatsApp chat with Arvind Kejriwal. They had said that because he had a WhatsApp chat with Arvind Kejriwal, there is a mention of monetary transaction, and this monetary transaction shows that Arvind Kejriwal was someone who was involved in money laundering. Now, remember, Arvind Kejriwal, when he was arrested, he did not share passwords of his smartphone with Enforcement Directorate, and when Chauhan was arrested, he had he shared his password with Enforcement Directorate. Now, when the hearing was going on in the trial court, ED had presented this argument. Now, this argument was rubbished by the trial court. ED has presented this point before the High Court. Now, one has to wait and see whether the High Court accepts this point or not. They importantly have again said that he's a mastermind as far as the excise policy is concerned. They have said that 100 crore rupees kickbacks was paid, and this 100 crore that ED has continuously mentioned was should have been paid over a period of 5 years. Now, they have also said that The proceeds of crime as far as this case is concerned is now around 1,200 crore rupees, that around 64 crore rupees was spent during elections. They have also said that the approvers who have turned approvers in this case, their assets have also been attached. That is Sharad Reddy's assets have been attached, and also that of Raghav Buganta. They're trying to say that as far as this case is concerned, it's not that approvers are being given, are allowed to go scot-free. Their assets are also being attached. One had to wait and see whether Delhi High Court believes their case or not, or whether Delhi High Court allows Arvind Kejriwal to go allows the bail order of trial court to be processed, and thus allowing Arvind Kejriwal to be released from Tihar jail.
Okay, all right. But Bhavtosh, some of the key points that have been issued, that have been raised by the Enforcement Directorate time and again is that Kejriwal is one of the masterminds of the case. The 100 crores being mentioned. It also mentions that proceeds of crime have been used in the Goa polls. And yet, in the court's observations, it has called out the Enforcement Directorate saying there is no direct evidence against Arvind Kejriwal. It says there is nothing to show that Vijay Nair was acting on instructions of Kejriwal. Also going on to say that the Enforcement Directorate itself knows that there is not sufficient evidence available.
Yes, the court, while granting a regular bail to Arvind Kejriwal, had said that this entire case that has been built up by the Enforcement Directorate stretched for over a period of 2 years, primarily because ED also knew that the case is weak. And that's what the trial court had said, that the manner in which the investigation has been conducted, that while the investigation is an art, the manner in which the statements have been culled or extracted, it has been done very artistically, and very strong words have been used by the trial court, and it has said that statements have been extracted from the accused, and that they have been made an approver in this case, primarily to target or to make Arvind Kejriwal an approver in this case. Arvind Kejriwal